Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more direct. That they get him on the ground at the 20. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Hold and finds his man on the left. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as his offense continues its work. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Notre Dame lines up quickly. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. On the move is the 30. Flying out to the left. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Leaves it with the running back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long through the 28. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Scrambling away. He'll pull it down and run. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this.
It's a seam wide open. Make the the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station and they want to catch passes in this offense. They knows that gives them a chance to play on Sundays, and this guy, I think, is going to be one of those guys that we're seeing playing in the league.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And how about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Love. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they...
There he goes! Wide open spaces. He's at the... And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Irish!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the middle. And they're not on the same page there.
They've got to find a way to get this guy into a rhythm. Here we go. Starting the game, he's 1 for 7. They've got to find some easy completions, 3-step drops, RPOs, swing passes to the running back, something to get this guy some confidence because he
unleashes a long one. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Throws for the tight end. For the third straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, looking to pass. Going deep. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot now.
Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators. Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp, as we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. He'll bring it out. It's ball. Nice job executing all of the... as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looking for a man. It's Blackway. Got his man. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wide out there on the slant.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. It's incomplete. And I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. It'll be 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. He'll pull it down. Turns it on at midfield. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47. The Gators have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Jackson. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Under fire. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And how about that play by the free safety? You sort of got the feeling somebody's band was going to be playing after that one. Big gamble by the defense.
Yeah, and great job timing it up and catching them off guard, bringing the blitz.
And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Florida!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Love. Look out, he's got room. There he goes. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up one or two.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, and I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years, was a guy that you could really, really depend on. Trying to find those golden takes, those elite players out wide is something they've been missing over the last several years.
First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Reads it, fires complete. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down mark. Notre Dame right back to the line. Got it behind the line. It's Fields. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Moving away from pressure. He's out past the 35. Across the 35. Out of bounds at the 36. And a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Now improvising. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking to scramble. On the move, he fires. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
It's tough, man. On third down, you're trying to throw against a nickel defense who've got extra DBs on the field, and it's just a lot faster. The window's closed so much quicker. So good job not seeing it open. Just take off and get what you can get now, setting up a fourth and very manageable situation.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the art and talent on the field.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what, you can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So here they come going for it on fourth and long. The aftershocks of that earlier sack still reverberating. Looking to the big tight end. It's dropped. And oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Going over the top. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Skips away from pressure. He'll take another shot here. And the flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the first half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points, and that mistake will be erased. The problem is right now at this juncture of the game, that was...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Well, that was a huge touchdown right here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a two-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Lagway. Here's the pressure. Going to try to get it himself. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Forced out of the pocket. He takes a chance and fires it across the field. And he makes the catch inside the 15.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you. But when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time. And the offense gets a huge explosive play.
Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
And it's right down the boulevard. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And the Gators will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Young. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. From scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You've got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. It's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting into the big fella at tight end.
So now it's second and long. The give on the option. Sweet cut there. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, the offense tries to pick up that first by running it on 3rd down. No can do, and that's really been the theme all game long. This defense has just been better at the point of attack, shutting down this running game.
Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Finds the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Back to throw, it's Carr. Dances away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use the speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
That's caught. It's Pauly. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes...
Touchdown, Notre Dame! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wilson. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. To the air, it's Lagway. Got it in the middle, it's Hansen. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. So we open the final period with a third down play. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Oh, that was a terrific return as he takes it to the 9.
And they don't get their hands on the ball often, but how about the big defensive line? When they do, it's fun to watch. It might take a while, Jesse, but he started to move that thing down the field.
He sure did. He just reminds everybody he's an athlete, too. This guy had some big-time moments in high school on the offensive side of the football, and he's living on defense in college. That's where he's going to make his money at the next level, but that was an unbelievably athletic play.
And the D deny them on second and goal. Trying to punch it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish!
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? The defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Touchdown, Gator! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. First snap for this drive comes from their own 41. The give as they work on that clock.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Unloads it left. It's caught. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. And they'll take a knee. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's lobbed. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Safe completion on the screen. They'll stop him just outside the 30 and the 31-yard line. That's not enough for the first down, and now they have a decision to make.
Man, did the defense need the stop. Great job getting the third down stop. They needed to force a punt. They got to get their offense the football back so they have a chance in this football game. Really nice execution by this defense.
The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on a lot of space. Well, they just drained all the suspense.